Hello tool groupies, welcome to the Backwoods Mechanic channel. I've been using these tools right here for a little bit since I've done the tool review about them, and I figured I would give them an update because I basically do tool reviews and I show you everything, you know, about the tool, where they're made at, country of origin, all that kind of good stuff in between. You know, my general thoughts on it, just kind of like a product preview for people to look at, but I don't give my other actual opinions until later on, after I've used this stuff quite a bit. So I want to go ahead and do an update on these. Now this is the Stanley 1/2-inch drive 12-point SAE socket set, which you can pick up at Walmart for like 25 bucks altogether, $20, 25 bucks for the standard, the metric, each one. And I was going to do an update on it. Now these, a lot of people's, oh, Stanley, horrible, bad, cheap, junk, you know, just like they do Craftsman and everything else. I mean, Stanley Black & Decker is the #1 tool manufacturer in the globe. You know, they have a lot of name brands under their belt. They've got Stanley and Porter Cable, I believe, is one that they own. They own Mac, DeWalt, Craftsman, Roto, Blackhawk. So they got some good industrial tools under their belt and some general purpose tools under their belt. Just like, you know, and they do a lot of rebranding for companies such as the Hypertough brand. But we're going to look at this Stanley name brand set. Now, I've used a set, which I will show in a later on video, that I picked up for 20 bucks. One of the first sets I ever got of Stanley is, you know, somebody had a whole case. It's like a 123 piece set for 20 bucks. He was needing some gas money or whatever the case may be. Dude just popped up and was like, would you like to have this? I was like, hell yeah, 20 bucks. I get 20 bucks for that. You know, public access tools, loaner tools, all kinds of stuff like that. Anytime somebody would come along, I would basically take that socket set and give it to them and loan it out, and then they could bring it back, whatever they wanted to do with it, you know, because I only had 20 bucks invested in it. I mean, it wasn't going to hurt me whatsoever. But over time, I picked up sets like this because I do work at industrial plants from time to time and working on heavy duty machines. And thing is, you know, this is one of those cases to where I don't want to put too much of my own tools when I work there that's going to cost me a whole lot of money to replace. So I buy general maintenance type stuff like this to do a wide variety of repairs. And this is what this set has been used for. So we're going to do an update specifically on the Stanley brand. Now this one right here is our 13/16 Stanley, as you can see right there. The 12-point design. Insides of it ain't too bad. This one's been used a little bit, but not entirely as many as other ones. And here is what the square drive looks like. Looks perfectly fine. It's had a lot of, you know, use and abuse for the duration of time that I've used it for. It's definitely had a lot more use and abuse on these Stanley sockets here than some of these icon tools that have been put on YouTube as of late after 1 month of use. Now here's the thing. Here's one of my more frequently used, as you can see right here. This one is a 7/8. It has been banged on, beat on. It does have little marks right here on the tip of the corner, as you can see. And of course, the drive right there has been beat to shit. But that's primarily because, you know, I'm doing what I probably shouldn't be doing. But we all get in those cases where sometimes you reach and you grab whatever the hell it is you got. And this is one of those cases. As you can see, this is my big 1/2-inch drive snap-on impact. And of course, this is the same case. Probably shouldn't have done it this way, but it is what it is. Somebody stole the set of sockets that they had laying around here, the impact sockets, and we needed a short one. So needless to say, until we get our new impact sockets in, we got to use what we got to use. And this one has, you know, it's been beat to hell right here around the corners of it, and it does show it. But again, this is on an impact gun, and it has been used quite frequently over the past year. I mean, this isn't a month of use. This has been something that has been beat on, banged on, and used in hard, heavy-duty circumstances for right close to a year now. And I mean, I don't know whether that would be considered soft metal or just because of the fact that it's on an impact gun, especially a snap-on impact gun. But as you can see for the rest of them, I mean, you know, as far as using them for as they're intended, putting them on a ratchet, half-inch drive ratchet and stuff, it doesn't have very much wear and tear on the inside drive. You can see the corners there, a little bit has been banged up. That one's probably been hit on an impact once or twice, especially if it's like a 9/16, 5/8, half-inch. Those are the more frequently used ones. Here's our 9/16. I could have better lighting, but I'm currently here at the factory after hours finishing up some repairs, and I figured I'd do this review. So in general, I mean, in my opinion, because a lot of people are comparing, you know, everybody's on the Icon bandwagon, but when it comes down to it, I mean, you know, Stanley knows pretty well what they're doing. I mean, sure, these sockets might have a bad rap. They are made in China, but come on now. If they can handle, you know, an impact, a snap-on impact at that, right here, then these are pretty decent sockets. They're going to hold up for quite a bit of work, especially if you're a do-it-yourselfer, okay? If you're a do-it-yourselfer around the house, you want to do your own type of repairs and all that good stuff in between, then this should speak volumes, you know? Now, if you're a professional automotive mechanic who turns wrenches and sockets every day of the week, might be a little bit different, because you're going to run across a lot of different circumstances in which you're going to use tools. But now, as far as someone who does a wide variety of maintenance or, you know, machine repairs and stuff, then I tell you what, these things held up pretty good at this point in time. But that's just my thoughts on it. And I think they would be great for do-it-yourselfers, you know, as opposed to going and getting the Pittsburgh brands and all that kind of stuff, aside from the fact that you have to actually call Stanley or email them to warranty these out. But they do have the lifetime warranty. Link will be in the description box below for the original tool review to these, and you can check that out. But I mean, other than that, they'll go neck and neck with anything Harbor Freight's got, in my opinion. So let me know what you think. Subscribe down below and leave a comment. I'll see you next time.